Hello and welcome to the highlights. This is game one of the 7-game NatWest series, India versus England, and we are at the Rose Bowl in Southampton. We're going to go all around the country, and hopefully those should be 7 very good games. Day-nighter, yeah, my first view of the Rose Bowl as well, and a lot of talk about just how the conditions would be. It was cold, it was windy, it was damp, just what you expect from an English summer. So the feeling generally was a toss would be important. Here's Michael Atherton with the 2 captains.
Okay, we're all sat down here, the 2 captains, Paul Collingwood and Rahul Dravid, alongside our mascot for the day, Ross, and the match referee, Roshan Mahanima. Paul, you've got the coin?
Tails is the call.
Tails is the call. It is a tail. Rahul, you've won the toss. I think you said you're going to field. Your reasons behind that?
Well, it's a bit of cloud cover here, and the ball does tend to do a bit here initially. Got 3 seamers. Like to get first use of the wicket for our seamers.
Well, you think it'll do a bit. It actually looks a fairly good deck, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks a very good wicket, but might do a bit early doors, and later on a bit of rain and dew might come in as well, so ball might come onto the bat.
So you're not worried about the ball decking around under lights?
Well, I mean, apparently from what we heard here, the ball tends to sort of come on better in the afternoon. Some of the results here have shown that you know, guys have batted second and chased, so under lights. So yeah, we look to do that.
And you've got your young leg spinner, Piyush Chawla, comes into the side. It's going to be a bit chilly for him, isn't it?
It is. I mean, he's used to these conditions. He's the only games that he's played for India have been in conditions like this. I mean, he's played in Ireland, Scotland, so the poor chap's not getting a bowl in some good weather. But yeah, he's a promising young spinner, and yeah, if he can bowl in these conditions, then I'm sure that when he gets to some better conditions, you know, it'll be a great experience for him.
And after the World Cup that your team encountered, it's quite important for you to get back on track here in one-day cricket.
It is. It's important to yeah, it's important to put a few things in place. We've been playing some good one-day cricket. It's been a bit patchy. We've got to get a bit more consistent in our one-day cricket. And yeah, there's some young boys coming through as well. So yeah, it'd be nice to see them and nice to see them do well.
Okay, have a good day today. Thanks for joining us. Paul, you're having a bat first. Are you worried about that?
No, not at all. It looks a good Rose Bowl pitch. I think Hampshire have pretty much tended to bat first at the Rose Bowl this year. So yeah, we're looking forward to it. Get out there and hopefully put a good score on the board and defend it under lights. Hopefully it nips around a bit later.
Flintoff and Bopara back for you. That gives your team a much more balanced look than it had against the West Indies.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously when you get Freddie back on the side, he's like 2 players in one. It's great to have him back, world-class player. And Ravi showed what he can do in the World Cup as well. And yeah, it's a strong side. We're confident and just want to get out there in the middle and do well.
So no place for Owais Shah or the local boy Chris Tremlett today?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, it's been some tough decisions to make, but we feel we've got a strong side there to go out and beat India today.
After your experiences against the West Indies, do you feel slightly more comfortable in the role now?
Yeah, I think I've thoroughly enjoyed the West Indies experience. I think it was a tough one-day series. It was short, but now we've got a great opportunity. We've got a couple of months now of one-day cricket, and I'm looking forward to that as captain. I think we're moving forward as a team, but we want to get some wins under our belt, and so we're looking forward to it. Yeah,
in the paper yesterday you said it'll take a while for the things that you're working on in practice to seep through, and you've got a 3-month period now to concentrate on one-day cricket.
Yeah, absolutely, and you move forward quicker if you win games as well, and that's certainly what we're looking forward to do. And yeah, of course we'll learn along the way, but we want to start today pretty hard and then get out there with a win.
Okay, good luck today. Play well.
Cheers.
The news from the middle end that Rahul Dravid of India has won the toss, and India will field first today.
Well, different approaches from the 2 teams, as you'll see there. England having a mix of batsmen and bowlers, the 8 batting options, 6 or 7 bowling options, a couple of all-rounders in there with Flintoff, Bopara, a bit of Mascarenas as well. India going in with 7 batsmen and 4 bowlers, so having to make good one of the bowling option with Tendulkar, Yuvraj and Ganguly, but choosing to bat very deep with 7 frontline batsmen. So difference in approach pretty apparent over there. Well, the toss was won by Rahul Dravid. He put England in, and that meant he would have expected his seamers to do a very good job up front, much like they did in the test matches. Let's see what happened.
It is a very cold, unseasonally summer's day.
Are we on ESPN and Star Cricket?
So you are on ESPN on.
England put into bat.
Matt Pryor, 25, right-hander batsman, wicket-keeper.
Matt Pryor playing his 16th one-day international, and Alistair Cook, who's playing only his 6th So it's a fairly new opening partnership. It is a new opening partnership for England. There's a lot of inexperience in this England side. There we are, Matthew Pryor playing his 16th match with an average of 21, 1/2 century the best, that's 52, and he's very much under the spotlight today after a pretty poor test series. Ravi Shastri alongside. Ravi, you've been out there in the middle, it's cold, it's a rather inhospitable day. Rahul's decision?
Yes, I think the cold had to do something with it, because it'll only get worse later on in the day. It's going to get a lot colder, and the Indians prefer getting it out of the way, but the fact of the matter is they have to bowl well. When you field first, you've got to look to try and take some early wickets. Zahir on his way. You heard David Lloyd, Alan at the toss, saying that this is a good track, and if you speak to locals here, they suggest that this can be a high-scoring ground. A total of around 260 is on the cards, which in English conditions is always a good score. If you look at the square boundaries there, that is big. So the running between the wickets becomes so important. That should be the first boundary of the game. Yes, standing up tall, Alistair Cook, and hitting through the line. Mentioned earlier, not much lateral movement. Ample time there to put this one away.
Alistair Cook, he hasn't got a one-day half-century yet. He's playing only his 6th one-day international. Very compact. He'll be looking to get England off to a solid start. Matt Pryor, you would suggest, is a man who'll step on the accelerator. Cook, his strategy would be to stick around, stay there, drop anchor.
That's a good point you make, Alan, about not getting a half-century in one-day cricket. And I think one of the reasons England have struggled in the last 4 or 5 years in the one-day game is that they've not had someone at the top of the order who's consistent. Once Marcus Trescothick left the scene, Michael Vaughan could hardly get a run in the one-day game, yet a very good test player. So they need Cook to get some big scores and cement his position at the top of the order. He's got a much better record in test cricket.
Full toss, and Agarkar's got away with it. Dinesh Karthik, the fielder. 4 overs, 15 for no wicket. You're watching ESPN, and this is the England side. Bell, Peterson, Collingwood, and Flintoff back into the side after 2 months out. Bopara, Mascarenhas, Broad, Anderson, and Panesar. That's England for this first of 7 one-day internationals. Oh, that's not a bad shot. That's possibly been pitching an inch or two outside leg stump. It would have hit the stumps, but the ball has got to pitch on. It's a leg by, signalled by Billy Doctrove. And the reason that Zahir is screaming for the decision, have a look at this. It's pitched outside, but it's definitely hitting the stumps.
That's the only reason that's gone in favour of the batsman. Interesting field here, just a slip in place, and there's a man at short mid-wicket in a catching position. You need 2 players to be in catching positions.
Tendulkar is cajoling and doing all kinds of things. He's almost doing a captaincy job himself, and I'm sure that it's worked out between Rahul Dravid and Tendulkar at slip. It's almost captaincy, not by committee, but by seniority as well.
You can see Billy Doctor saying, come in closer, you got to be 15 yards. Just telling him this is the one, not the one at the back. 15-yard lines marked out there.
Problem is, Ravi, they can't see the lines, and Rahul Dravid is saying that, and he believes that Dinesh Karthik is within the 15 yards. Oh, what a beautiful delivery. Zahir's got it to go.
That's where he surprised England in the Test series, didn't he? Every now and then got the odd delivery to zip through after pitching. See that one landing on the seam. Extra bounce. Fizzed past the batsman. The line was good, not too much room to allow Cook to free his arms.
Oh, gosh, was that a catch? He's got a problem.
That's a problem, you're right. That stung it almost. I think it's carried to Yuvraj, but it's so cold out there that would have stung. The last thing you want is a broken finger or something of that sort.
This has been belted. No, it wasn't a catch. It was on the bounce, but Yuvraj had gone forward to it. He had gone forward to meet the ball. This came right out of the middle of the bat from Pryor. And that's a great stop. Now, has he done some damage to one of those fingers?
No, he's fine, which is good news. He's that kind of a fielder. He attacks the ball, no matter what. And that's why he's so handy in that position.
First ball will run away for 4. England have made a cautious start, but probably it's just weighing the conditions a little bit. They won't mind that at all. And just too far away. Just a yard or so ahead of him. This looks like another couple as well. Might well be 3 here. Just starting to see signs in the field that India might be conceding the odd extra run in the field. Good afternoon, Ian. You look much happier inside here.
Good afternoon, Harsha, and hello to all of our viewers. Nicely placed shot there by Alastair Cook. Resulted in a long chase for the skipper, Rahul Dravid.
Right, let's see what the English summer has in store for us today. Mainly cloudy with occasional bright spells, chance of scattered showers. And that might just be the fielder as well. No, it won't. RP Singh gets a hand to it. Another couple of runs, so this is turning out to be a good over.
Yeah, I think they're probably on the right track, certainly in England, playing Alastair Cook. I think you probably need someone who is a traditional type opener in one-day cricket in England, because the ball is likely to move around, particularly in these sort of conditions where there's been quite a bit of rain lately. So you've got to pick according to the conditions. Maybe you change that a bit if you're playing on flatter pitches.
Well, that's what they sent him up for. It's a mighty hit and it's a clean hit.
The good thing about that shot was that Matthew Pryor hit straight. He hasn't tried to slog it over the onside, swinging across the line. He's hit straight through the line and hit it well.
It's gone right through him. Oops. Can't do that to me. I hope that was what he said. It's a good comeback.
That's why you need batsmen who know what they're doing against the new ball in England, because it does move around a little bit. I think that's exactly what he said, Harsha.
he did well to come between the throw and the stumps, but he was searching for a single at the non-striker's end. Cook. I think he'd have made it anyway. Let's take a look. Oh well, once the bat left his hand, he had to have his foot inside.
He's had a few balls on the pads, Matt Pryor, and he hasn't really tucked them away through the onside. He's pretty strong on the offside, but I think that's an area where he could improve his batting. If the ball is on the pads, you've got to be able to tuck it through that onside, particularly in the early overs when there's probably only a mid-on and a square leg, so you've got quite a big gap there at mid-wicket to work with.
That's your Zahir's been bowling. Not too many around the halfway line. Just about the 6 metre mark. Lots of them about the 8 metre mark as well. Lots of red dots there. He's not gone for too many runs. Just wonder about the length though. Would you like him to do a little fuller in conditions like these? Somebody will get underneath it and the catch will be taken easily. Rahul Dravid. Zahir Khan gets his man. Matt Pryor would smash him for 6 in the previous delivery. He's found that one wasn't quite where he thought it would be.
Well, I think on that occasion he was looking to hit it more towards that mid-wicket area rather than straight. And Zahir probably just reminding Matt Pryor that you can't keep hitting me for 6. It's 43 for 1.
Ian Bell is the new man in. Looked good in the last test match. Looked good in the game at Northampton. Never really went on to produce a big score, average of 35. No centuries from 48 matches. That's a good looking shot. It's a good opening batsman's back foot punch that will beat the fielder. And a pretty shot too.
Was an excellent shot. Terrific timing because that's a very, very long boundary out there. That elbow was high, which is always a good sign with that back foot cover drive. It means that the bat's going to go nice and straight on the follow through. It was well timed.
.50 comes up for England. In fact, they will go on to 51 for 1 after 13. Uwais Shah and Dimitri Mascarenhas. One is playing, one isn't. I guess if you're Uwais Shah and you look at his performance in the last 3 one-day internationals for England, you'd have to wonder if they pulled the names out of a hat. Played wonderfully for England in each of his last 3 games. Good shot. We've seen 2 good back foot cover drives now in 2 overs.
It is a glorious shot when it's well played, and we've seen 2 terrific examples. One first by a left-hander, and now this one from Ian Bell, the right-hander.
He's got that away, and the placement is good too. There was a man at square leg. Bell picked his spot. Picked the length up quickly too.
Is way too short from Ganguly at his pace. It's asking for trouble. Enough time for Ian Bell to rock back onto his back foot. And Ganguly upset because he's bowled a pretty good over till then.
Seven of the over. It's 79 for 1.
Oh, what a shot. Short and wide. Bell very, very quick on his feet. He's got 260s in the Oval Test, and he'll have a lot of confidence coming in after that effort. And there it is, sweetly timed.
He's a good stroke player, wide range of shots. Good opportunity for him here to get a big score. He's never got 100 in one-day internationals. And when you bat at 3, it's a great opportunity. He's made the start, 23 now from 26 balls. And England slowly but surely getting themselves a nice platform from where they can put the pressure on the Indian bowlers.
That should get him runs, probably a boundary. Don't think Tendulkar's quick enough to stop it now. He's given up.
Well, that boundary brings up his highest score in one-day internationals. The boundaries England were looking for now coming, 2 in this over. Turning out to be an expensive one. 9 runs coming off it. 88 for 1.
Ganguly in operation from the pavilion end. Into his 3rd over. Now it's a crucial spell this for Rahul Dravid, because India have gone into this match with Zahir Khan, RP Singh and Ajit Agarkar as the seamers, Piyush Chawla as the leg spinner, and so they're looking now for a contribution from Ganguly, probably Yuvraj, and if it doesn't work out with Ganguly, possibly Tendulkar will have a couple of overs to make up that last allocation. That's 2 good runs. Rahul Dravid is the man in that short mid-wicket position. He couldn't stop it, he could only parry the ball. So this is a crucial spell. He bowled well in the test matches, Ganguly. Came on and took wickets, took a crucial wicket. In fact, he did take the wicket of Alistair Cook at important times. Got him LBW. Now that's the frustration a bowler feels when there's a misfield. That's why fielding is such a crucial aspect of the game. Most certainly in one-day cricket. The fielder is almost as important as the bowler. Dinesh Karthik wearing 1. Wonderful asset to any side. It's a box of fireworks, Dinesh Karthik. Yuvraj Singh, specialist fielder in that backward point position.
.50 partnership between these two. Cook is on 46, Bell is on 24. That's a big difference. They will not come down the pitch and back themselves and gamble and have the confidence to hit over the top and take the game to the spinner. Let the spinner do all the thinking. He should have a good ball, this young boy. Now
Ian Bell does have good footwork. He's got a good set of legs, and you will see him using his feet. He's a bit of a confidence player, isn't he?
Good position at deep long off. Sachin Tendulkar is down at deep long off, and that might just put England off coming down the pitch.
Both of them come here at deep point. The big boundaries here, Bumble, aren't they? It's a ground where the side on, square on boundaries, offside, leg side, both big, aren't they? Very big boundaries.
Well, it's a new pitch, is this? Comparatively new. It's 95 for 1. I assume that Ganguly and Tendulkar will open the batting for India, two of the premier players. I feel certain that those two will open, and if they get in, they will take advantage of 20 overs of power play.
We did a bit of maths earlier on today, Bumble. Tendulkar and Ganguly between them, 685 one-day internationals. Here's Ganguly. Chipped it, and he's got away with it. Alistair Cook with that single gets his half-century. That's his first half-century in one-day limited overs cricket. Maiden ODI 50.
Well, it's a good start, is this, for Cook, a 22-year-old. Previous best was 41. So he's feeling his way in one-day cricket. Important now that he stays in. If he can just set his stall out here to bat through the innings and for the other players to play around him. I think that's what they try to do. If somebody gets in, you'll say, well, I'll stay in, keep scoring, and everybody else plays around him.
5 from the over, 23 bowled, 100 for 1. Well, there's some projected scores for you at here at the Rose Bowl, and England. That's gone to where no man is parading that boundary, and that's gone for a boundary. It's a nice picked up 4 from Ian Bell.
Just can't be short of a length on this pitch. Anything that is just back of a length, particularly at 63 miles an hour, Sachin Tendulkar. Ball will sit up nicely. I don't think there's much you can do, just write it off that it's not a great delivery.
The change in the field now, Bumble. I always felt that Tendulkar bowling at his pace, he had Ganguly down at fine leg. I mean, surely he's got to get the man square, and now he is. So Yuvraj has gone into a short fine leg, and he's got Ganguly squarer, and I think that makes sense.
We've not seen him bowl any leg spinners, and who am I to question Sachin, but against England players, bowl it slowly. This is a big pitch. Bowl it slowly, bowl leg spin, and let them come after you.
Ian Bell's gone past the personal milestone. He's now got, that's Alistair Cook there with his half-century, but Ian Bell has now gone past 1,500 runs in limited overs cricket. Just went past 2,000 runs in Test cricket at the Oval.
It's 48th match for Ian Bell. Not scored a century yet. Best of 88.
You're watching ESPN, and here's Piyush Chawla. He's in now to his 4th over. He's bowled 3 overs for 13. Tendulkar's bowled 2 overs for 11. It's critical. Right now it's a crucial phase, because Yuvraj can also bowl his left arm spin. India looking to make up the 5th bowler, but Piyush is definitely the 4th bowler named in the side after RP Singh, Zahir and Ajit Agarkar. Peterson will be chewing the gloves on his hands, dying to get in here.
Well, you're looking at England's best player, and he doesn't get in there. That's Ian Bell. 88 is his best prior to this game against Pakistan, and 86 against Pakistan. 80 against the Irish.
Great looking shot this is, and it'll gain him the maximum. Almost took out the camera as well, but that's a good shot from Ian Bell.
Well, that's warmed the crowd, the English crowd. Pat on the back for the youngster. Good study this side on Ian Bell as he advances down the pitch. Nice little shimmy and a chassis, and then he stands and admires. Powerful shot is this, right at the middle of the bat. Nearly took the cameraman out down there. Oh yes, got his bag.
Ganguly's the man. They'll definitely take him on for a second and come to be back for the second run. Incidentally, that was the 5th six off Piyush Chawla in his Bell's, I should say. Bell has hit 5 sixes in his career. Ian Bell, he looks good, doesn't he? The more time Ian Bell spends at the crease, Bumble, he looks a good player.
Well, he can play, there's no doubt about that, but you've got to turn it into massive scores, and in 40-odd test matches, one-day internationals, correction, he's not scored a century. There's been a fair investment in him.
So 10 from the over from Chawla, 28 have been bowled, it's 132 for 1.
.45 from 51. Ian Bell is looking better over after over. Cook is on 63, has provided the solidity. 134 for 1. Good to see him on the field though. And that looks like more runs. 4 runs in fact. Bell gets to a very pretty half century. Just 54 balls.
He's a very good looking player, Ian Bell. He's hit a couple of glorious shots in this innings, none better than the one to bring up his 50. Glorious timing.
To be a little careful of his line as it drifts down leg side. 29 overs gone, 141 for 1. One of the problems India have, they want to get their balance right, is there a bowler who can bat at number 7 in that side? But look at another 2 runs here. Now one is all they manage. So is there a bowler who can bat at 7? Or even someone like a Bopar or a Mascarenas, who between them are doing the job for England? If you look down that list, Piyush Chawla, who can bat, but obviously not happy with him at number 7 yet. Rohit Sharma not happy with his bowling at this level. Ramesh Pawar. That'll run away as well. It's a very fine shot and will produce a boundary. 7 of the over as well. It's 162 for 1. Yuvraj Singh's 3rd over. He doesn't need to bowl another. Just wonder if he bowls a quiet one here with the Dravid, will be tempted to give him one more. Maybe take one off Chawla, whose 7 overs are gone for 42 so far. He would have got the same result if he hadn't played the ball. He would have got a run and a ball. I can see the point you're making, Chepe, that maybe Cook has done his job already. And that by staying any more, he's hindering someone else from doing his job.
Well, the point is he's hindering somebody who could probably do the job better. And it might be the difference between getting a, say, a 280, 290 score and a 320, 330. 330 is going to be tough to chase.
Well, they'll run away in his own style. He's still getting the boundaries. It's turning out to be another fine over for England. I think they're well set for 300 here.
That's what he's got to do. If he keeps hitting a boundary or two every over, Alastair Cook, then there's no problem. But if he's just ticking over singles, then I think they're better off with Peterson out there or Flintoff.
I think when Rahul Dravid won the toss and decided to field, he probably thought there'd be a little more in the conditions early on. Probably thought he'd get 2 or 3 wickets early, and that would have made it a very wise decision. Reverse sweep for a single. 35 gone, 8 from the over, 180 for 1.
Oh, he's got that away on the onside. Lots of bottom hand. It'll race away to the boundary. It's the 150 of this partnership. See, they're taken on the full. Attempted Yorker from Zahir. Cook was up to it. The Indian outfielders made to run. The 200 comes up for England.
And with 11.5 overs to go, the girls celebrate. Why wouldn't you? The run rate's going in the right direction for England. 47 deliveries for that last 50. England on their way to 300.
So bowling change, RP Singh, he's got 4 overs up his sleeve. Again, he's picking his spots nicely. Pressure on the bowler straight away. It's taken Cook to 99.
Hasn't played a lot of one-day cricket, Alastair Cook. But class is class in either form of the game. Had a quiet test series, but he's within 1 run of his first ODI 100.
He's paced his innings well. That's it. Maiden one-day international 100 for Alastair Cook.
A big moment for the young man. He now realises he can play at this level in this form of the game. He's a popular man in that dressing room. Took to Test cricket really quickly with 100. His debut Test in India. He's got 6 Test 100s and now he's got 1 ODI 100. Just 122 deliveries. He started slowly, but his timing and his placement has seen him through. And there's still work to do.
Again, a long chase here for Chawla, but the ball will win. Yes, working the ball into the gaps, both these players now, and finding the boundary.
That was good batting from Ian Bell. Not a lot wrong with the delivery. Fine leg was in the circle, so he stepped across his crease and just got it on the full. Garka trying to bowl a Yorker, but Bell reached for it, got it on the full, didn't try and hit it too hard, and he moves to 87.
Well, the lights have taken full effect here at the Rose Bowl. I just wonder what your thoughts are, Nasser, on the batting under lights here? Do you get due, or have batting sides batting under lights had a problem in the past?
Not really. There's been talk around today that the ground staff and the umpires feel that it does do a little bit more under lights. People that have been here a lot, the locals, feel it just does a little bit, but history says that it's pretty much the same. I don't think it's going to be as much a problem, say, as Cape Town, when all of a sudden under lights the ball starts zipping all over the place, and you certainly don't want to be chasing. But the wicket looked flat and Dravid stuck him in, I think mainly because of the bowling. I think India are happier chasing. All their strengths for me are in the batting lineup, a long batting lineup, chase down a score.
Plus the fact it's going to get colder as the evening progresses. Both these batsmen will have a target in mind, and it has to be more than 300, because 8 and over is definitely on at this stage. Bowled in. The sound of timber. And finally India have broken the partnership. Cook, the man, dismissed.
It's taken a long time. A huge partnership between Cook and Bell, and then Cook going for his favoured shot through deep mid-wicket, inside edge onto his off stump. RP Singh is delighted, and so is Alistair Cook, his first ODI 100. All at the Rose Bowl rise to a young man with a big future in front of him. He's gone for 102. England 221 for 2.
Kevin Peterson comes out to the middle. Outstanding record for him, 55 matches, over 2,000 runs. Not only is the average good, but so is the strike rate. Well, the stage here is tailor-made for him. It won't take long to get a look in.
Tempted short ball from RP Singh, first up. After the wicket of Alistair Cook. Cook down the pitch, trying to hit over mid-wicket, inside edge, onto off stump. End to quite a brilliant innings from Alistair Cook. Started slowly, but then just put his foot on the accelerator at the right time, and it's brought in England's most destructive one-day player, Kevin Peterson. And he's off the mark. They'll settle for one. England all the twos, 2-2-2 for 2.
It's all twos, 222 for 2 at the moment, and Ajit Agarkar will continue. Kevin Peterson is the man on strike. Dravid trying everything, 7 bowlers used. He's away on the onside. That's a terrific shot. Work for the man in the deep, but the ball wins. Gambhir was the man at square leg, and that was powerfully struck.
Brilliant batting from Peterson, but yet again poor fielding from India. This really should have been cut off. The technique of the dive was poor. He got his leg stuck, got there and just dived over the ball.
It's gone fine. It's a chase for Yuvraj, and it's going to beat him. It's 100 for Ian Bell. It's his first century in one-day international cricket. The England dressing room stands, and it's another milestone for another England player.
Well, that's an attractive 100. Some very, very good shots in that innings from Ian Bell. He's a good-looking player, technically pretty efficient, and he scored at a good rate. Lovely leg glance. He got it nice and fine to bring up his first ever one-day international 100.
That's a big one. That's a big one. And she's gone all the way. Peterson with a muscular blow. You may as well signal to Billy. That's a big one. But it's signal 4 from Billy Doctorow. Peterson's got a new bat for the occasion. Didn't see him using this particular bat in the test matches. Ooh, I don't know. Full toss, aiming for the Yorker.
Bell's century. That was a glorious shot early on there off the back foot. He hit a couple of those magnificent examples of the back foot cover drive. A glorious straight drive for 6 off the leg spinner Chowla. Perfect example of a leg glance to bring up the 100.
1 ball to go in this over, if it's a legitimate ball. Well, 1 off the last ball. That's 12 from the over. That's the most expensive over of the innings. There's 5 to go. 246 for 2. 2 overs to go here at the Rose Bowl. Bell is 112 not out. Cook made a splendid century. Both of them are maiden centuries in one-day cricket. Zahir Khan. RP Singh's finished. 10 overs, 1 for 49. He'll settle for that. So Zahir now to bowl his final over, and it should be Ajit Agarkar to bowl the final over of the innings. Peterson will use that bottom hand. Bell doesn't want a second now. That's a 50 partnership. 50 partnership has come between Bell and Peterson, just from 40 balls. That's terrific batting. Peterson on 29, and Peterson's contribution 29 to this half-century partnership. Ian Bell's is 21, and the score is 271 for 2. It's not a wide. It's not a wide.
Well, end of the last ball of the last over from Zahir Khan. He went around the wicket to Ian Bell, and the advice he got from his partner was be wary of the full wide one, the Yorker that's a bit wide. That was the advice from Kevin Peterson, and that's exactly what he did on that occasion. Wide and full.
Oh, that's a terrific shot from Ian Bell. Bell is sprinting. He wants a third. Peterson has already decided he'll settle for 2. That came off the bottom of the bat. It's been a great innings this from Ian Bell. 273 now for 2. There are 2 balls to go in this 49th over. Shot, glorious shot, and he's hit many. That's gone.
He's a very neat batsman, lovely batsman to watch, Ian Bell. He hasn't been too innovative. I think he tried 1 or 2 reverse sweeps, which I don't think he really needs to play. That's just a glorious cover drive. He's been very, very strong through that area, both front and back foot.
Ian Bell 119. England have taken their score to 277 for the loss of only 2 wickets. Around the wicket now, Zahir. gone off the outside edge for one. Bell's coming back for the second. Yuvraj gets it in, but not quickly enough. 10 from the over, 2.79 for 2. We've got 1 over to go here at the Rose Bowl, Southampton. Look at this, great shot from Ian Bell. He worked out how to play it, premeditated, no fine leg, and he gets the reward.
Well, it's tough. He's tried everything, Ajit Gurkha. He's tried the slower bouncer. Unfortunately, on this occasion, the length was a little bit too short. Ian Bell was able to get it away on the onside with fine leg up. There's always a boundary there. So a bit of swapping here now. Fine leg is going around to just by the square leg umpire, and the man who was out in the deep at mid wicket has gone to deep backward square leg. There's no fine leg.
2 balls to go. Peterson's coming back. He says no. Oh, he says no. Gets him a few boos from the crowd. So Ian Bell will finish unbeaten on 125. 126. That is 126. And Kevin Peterson will face the final ball of the innings, if it is the final ball. Hit this, Kev. That's the target. Brilliant. Don't bet against him. Big hit straight to Tendulkar. He doesn't miss field. So 1 off the final ball, 9 from the final over. The last 10 overs yielding 78 runs. The last 5 overs 42, and England finished 288 for 2. Wonderful innings from Ian Bell. Kevin Peterson at the end, 33 not out. That wasn't a bad final over from Ajit Agarkar, but how well did Ian Bell play? 126 not out.
Yeah, terrific knock for Bell. His first 100, as it was for Alastair Cook. I think if you take the situation after 40 overs, India will be delighted that they've kept England under 300. In fact, they're 12 under, so that's a pretty good effort. But fine batting from England, and the bowlers should be happy with that sort of target.
There's the England card. Remember, England were put into bat by Rahul Dravid. Alastair Cook, a century, 102 from 126 balls. Pryor went for 19. Ian Bell, undefeated, not out, 126 from 118 balls. Those two players recording their maiden one-day international centuries. And Kevin Peterson, 33 not out. Collingwood and Flintoff didn't get in. 43 the first wicket partnership. Cook and Bell, 178, while they held firm up for the second wicket. Peterson and Bell, 67 for the third. Zahir Khan, 10 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 49. Ajit Agarkar, 10 overs, 1 maiden, none for 65. RP Singh, 10 overs, 1 for 49. Ganguly, 4 overs, none for 21. Piyush Chawla, 7 overs, none for 42. Sachin Tendulkar, 4 overs, none for 29. Yuvraj Singh, 5 overs, none for 29. So England 288 for 2. India need 289 runs to win this match at an asking rate that will start at 5.78 runs per over to start this NatWest series of 7 internationals, which you're watching on ESPN. Great start for England. They've laid down the challenge. India need to respond. 288, 289, India need to win. Sourav Ganguly will take strike. The 34-year-old who at the top of the order, look at this, is playing his 296th one-day match. Almost 11,000 runs, averaging 41.6, 22 one-day international centuries, 68 half-centuries. Well, he's got his father's step. And just to put you into perspective here, the record total here, the highest total beside chasing, was by Hampshire. They scored 289 for 4 in 44 overs and 3 balls. Neil Johnson, the former Zimbabwe player, got 73. That, of course, was in a county match. And John Francis, Hampshire player, got a century in that match. Stuart Broad, 10th one-day international. He's taken 10 wickets. He's tall, he's quick, and he gets bounce. He's a handful. Ganguly is off the mark.
I'm Sachin Tendulkar, age 34, right-hand bat, right-arm bowler.
Well, if you look at that England bowling lineup, Panesar, Anderson, Broad and Flintoff, the 4 main ones, you'd say they're more of a wicket-taking attack than their Indian counterparts.
Here's Anderson. Down the leg side, clips the pad. And it'll run away for 4 leg byes.
Not much swing so far for Jimmy Anderson. And this will be a test for him because he is a good swing bowler. He's certainly a better bowler when the ball is swinging. There was nothing there for Stuart Broad in the first over. He's more of a bang the ball into the pitch bowler, Stuart Broad, but Anderson relies heavily on the swing. So if there's no swing there, he's going to have to find something else. I thought you were going to say that you had fond memories of Pal.
Well, I certainly do have fond memories of Pal, Ian. Pal and Stellenbosch, the wonderful winelands of the Western Cape down there. In fact, it's not the world's worst place to live. Mind you, you have winelands in various parts of New South Wales, don't you? You have some good wines there. Pal's a beautiful place.
Being a non-drinker, I'm not aware of those areas, Alan.
Well, that's right, I haven't seen you drinking coffee or tea on this trip.
And neither will you see me drinking coffee or tea.
Now, in the last test, Jimmy Anderson made a habit of getting big wickets, big names, big guns. I like it. I like the way he goes about his business, Jimmy Anderson. He's worked hard on the action. Great looking shot. Whoa! That's one of the best you'll see of the night. 2 overs gone, 13 on the board. He's got this one away. Not entirely off the middle. Now then, what has happened here? What on earth has happened here? The third umpire is going to be consulted. England feel that they've got their man.
Well, some excellent work there from Monty Panesar. Hasn't got a strong arm, but on this occasion he's produced a very accurate throw to Matthew Pryor. Now, you can't see there because of Alastair Cook. This will give us a better view. And he's gone. Just short. Sourav Ganguly looking for the second, but a smart piece of work by Monty Panesar for all the knockers who go on and on about Monty Panesar being a one-dimensional player. He's just produced a very good piece of fielding to get England a wicket, and a big wicket it is.
A huge roar goes around the Rose Bowl. Monty Panesar's throw to the keeper was just what England looked for. Panesar strikes with the throwing arm, not the bowling arm, and Ganguly was an inch short. The throw was inch perfect, and that is a big blow for India. Ganguly's on his way back. India 15 for 1. Ganguly run out needlessly for 2. Gone. Finger goes up. Anderson has struck, and Gautam is out.
He's bowling well, and the thing about this is James Anderson takes his 100th wicket. The thing about it is he's not getting the ball to swing, but he's still finding ways to get the batsman out, and that's a big improvement in Jimmy Anderson's game, because I reckon 12 months ago he wouldn't have been doing that. That's a good wicket. It's 19 for 2.
Rahul Dravid, India's captain, comes to the middle, playing his 321st match. 10,310 one-day runs and 12 centuries.
"11 overs gone, 34 for 2. That asking rate is going up all the time. 6.5 an over. I don't think India can sit back here. Still no slip. In fact, third man very wide as well. They're asking him to play down that area, but he does move the ball back in, so that would be a dangerous shot. Taken. Field up, kept there, and this is a very well done dismissal. In swinger onto the pads, and Tendulkar chipped it straight to the man.
Well, he's got a few wickets in that manner, Jimmy Anderson. He got Wasim Jaffer in the test, and the ball doesn't quite come onto the bat. Somehow I get the feeling that I'd like to have a look at his delivery, whether he's holding the ball back just a little bit. But whatever it is, India have lost the wicket of their big scorer, Sachin Tendulkar, for 17, and they're 34 for 3.
It's a slightly patchy performance from Tendulkar. 2 for 13 now in his 6th over. What a catch! Flashing outside the off stump. India lose one more. What a day for Alistair Cook. What a fine recipe this for England.
Well, he hasn't had many opportunities on the tour so far, so it must be pretty rusty. And you can see from this particular shot the thick outside edge, and a terrific diving catch by Alistair Cook. India in real trouble now. Cook following that century with this superb catch, and India have lost their 4th wicket for 34.
2 wickets already in this over. 2 big wickets in this over. Tendulkar and Yuvraj. Average of close to 47. Has had a good series as a batsman, but that was in the test matches. Watch Cook here. Very good hands. Isn't it fantastic? As a bowler, you produce the outside edge, you've done your bit, but then someone contributes to putting your name on the card. That's the kind of support you want. Oh, things are happening here, and they're happening for England. 12 overs gone, it's 35 for 4.
Oh, that's runs for Dravid. He'll get a boundary, and it's a welcome one for the Indians.
Second boundary of the innings. First bad delivery from Anderson, drags it down. He's got a very difficult field to bowl to. Just the one man in front of square on the leg side. Dravid is too good a player to miss out.
Panasar now, India's 70 for 4. Down the pitch goes the captain. It's a 6.
Well, something had to give. So we've now had 2 4s and 1 6. Beautiful shot from Dravid. The ball nestles in the outfield there. Goes now. Little trigger movement. Chassis down the ground. Full swing of the bat. 6 of the best. Man goes back immediately at long off.
Well, here's 4. Here's 4. A much needed boundary. It's the 50 partnership. 87 for 4. That's gone. So 2 boundaries and 2 overs, and India need more of them.
Again, it's the pace that defeats the Indian captain. He's making them hurry on an easy pace track.
A little bit of movement off the seam, but the length was absolutely spot on. Just going down leg side.
And they go up again. This time is given. And Dhoni is walking. Flintoff deserves that. He's charged in hard for that last ball. And you can see what he means to this England team.
Well, that's determination. That is virtually a replay. Virtually identical. Well, that was a well-deserved wicket. It's nice to be back. And boy, don't the England players love having him back. It's 102 for 5.
Hi, Dinesh Karthik, age 22, right-handed batsman and wicketkeeper.
So Dinesh Karthik comes out to the middle. Batting at number 7 in this game, opened in the Test series.
Yeah, with that situation with Flintoff, he was pretty quick to pick up on it, that the umpire hadn't signalled a bouncer. That was after the first appeal that was turned down. So he promptly ran in and bowled another bouncer and got the wicket. So it was good thinking by Flintoff, quick thinking. Not so quick thinking by the umpire.
Meanwhile, Mascarenhas going about his job in a very professional manner. He's slipping in the overs. He's into his 8th over. He's conceded just 23. Now this is Flintoff. That's the first one, which, like Ian Chappell said, because of the appeal, it distracted the umpire. Did not say that it was a bouncer. And the very next one, almost an action replay.
So what's the theory with Dinesh Karthik batting so low in the order when he's, you know, it would seem that he's the ideal opener for one-day cricket, the way he plays in Test cricket.
I think that's where India have made a big mistake in the last 4 or 5 years. Oh, he's given him. Now, that's a brilliant take down the leg side by Pryor. And you look at the kind of form he's had during the Test series, I think this will boost him up. Yes, definite nick. Mascarenhas gets a wicket. And the Indians just caving in here. It's becoming a no contest. 105 for 6. Ajit Agarkar comes out to the middle. 95 is best in one-day internationals. Batted at number 3 on that occasion. And it's been all England today. Can't see India looking to have had any chance right through the day, barring the first 10 overs when they did a reasonably good job with the new ball. The fact they didn't take wickets did hurt them. It's the first wicket for Mascarenhas in one-day internationals.
That is a fine shot. Really good shot. Good positive blow. 37 gone, 120 for 6. Might well be Alan Butcher and Mark Butcher as well. Sunny, this is growing.
Nice shot that by Ajit Agarkar. Just a little bit short, and he was quick to seize the opportunity and hit it over the top of the mid-wicket fielder.
Oh, he's in trouble. I think he's gone, and he's gone easy. What is happening here? Out to cover, he's gone charging down. His partner said no, and he's well short. I'm not quite sure Karthik would have made it had he responded.
Agarkar decides that there's a run in it over there, but he can't even turn back and get in. So whether the run was in it or not, I'm not too sure. He's disappointed, but he's got to go back to the pavilion. It's 129 for 7.
And he can bat. No doubt at all, he can bat. 7 matches, averaging 3. That's because he hardly had the opportunity to bat. Just 3 runs. Therefore, an average of 3. A 2 not out and a 1. So he's hardly batted at this level. But at under 19 level has been a consistent batsman. Wonder if he can make the transition here. 11 overs to play, 129 for 7.
So Collingwood looking to finish off these final rides as Karthik gets another boundary. 141 for 7, so England really going through the motions now, trying to finish these overs as quickly as possible. India out of the contest. But Dinesh Karthik wasting no time, getting some runs under his belt. He was the in-form player in the Test series as well.
Nice looking shot from Dinesh Karthik. He's going to pick up 4 for this. End of the over, 10 from it, 145 for 7. Well, the required rate is not worth talking about there, but it's there for you if you want to see it. The current rate India is scoring at is 3.45. Many people leaving home, but still a lot of fans here to watch England getting through this India side. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Karthik has come out of the blocks and he's done 22 yards in about 2.4 seconds. And I'm afraid it's going to take him longer to walk back to the pavilion. Oh dear. I'll tell you what, he's pulled rank here. Dinesh Karthik has pulled rank, and it's Chawla who's out. Watch.
But Chawla is he's walking. Now has he touched the bat in the crease? That's the question to be asked, because if he has, then Karthik will have to go.
Well, Dinesh Karthik is adamant that he's staying there in the middle. Piyush Chawla here. Mascarenhas with the throw. but Karthik, really, he came herring down the pitch.
Well, I think Chawla might be the man to go. You can't make out from that. You need a side angle of seeing the two batsmen crossing. Yes, Chawla is the man to go because he hadn't crossed, he hadn't made his ground back. Karthik had crossed him. But this is a sorry state of affairs as far as India are concerned. 145 for 8.
I'm Zahir Khan, age 28, left-arm bowler, right-hand bat.
It's not going to be much fun for Zahir Khan as he comes in at number 10 in the batting lineup. 522 runs with the best of 34 not out. Now then, look here, the throw comes in from backward point. Now have a look here. Now they've crossed because Chawla is out of his crease and Dinesh Karthik has gone past him. One from the over, 146 for 8. Oh, well done, Zahir. And look at that. Beautiful shot. Tiger would have been happy with that. 150 up for India. Massive blow this. Whoa, that's gone a long way. That'll keep everyone warm.
He does pack a punch when he hits it, Zahir. Enjoyed that, you can see. All smiles. Which fast bowler doesn't like batting? Got stuck into that. Strong man, sent it a long way.
Oh, hello, hello. Big blow again. He's enjoying himself, Zed.
He's hitting it a long way. He's dealing with in sixes at the moment. 2 sixes for him.
No bowler likes his figures damaged in the way that Zahir is now going to attempt to do with Monty Panesar. We had a situation today where Ganguly, Tendulkar and Yuvraj were the 3 bowlers trying to make up that 5th bowler allocation. Will it work at Bristol? Will they go in with the same side? Will there be changes? Who knows? Zahir has now got 19 and India 175 for 8. He's got a good eye, Zahir. Look at this. That's probably the best 6 he's hit.
Come on, Monty.
He's hit 2. Good footwork at the end by Dinesh Karthik, turning ball. It's gone for another. Mascarenas is the fielder, he'll get 1. Oh, very deftly played by Dinesh Karthik. He'll pick up 2 and might easily get a 3rd. They will get. In fact, it's gone for 4. It's gone for a boundary. Monty Panesar's not going to enjoy this. He hasn't taken a wicket and he's now conceded 44 runs.
Yes, he practices that shot in the nets as well, Dinesh Karthik. Very quickly got into position and he's making the most of this opportunity. Batting at 7, getting some runs under the belt. Asking questions of the selectors.
Well, there's more runs here. Well, that is an expensive over from India's point of view, from England's point of view. 15 from it, 183 for 8. Well, Dinesh Karthik now is the second highest scorer. Zahir Khan is enjoying himself well. Here's Anderson. This is the 49th over. So it's going to be a tale of two different changing rooms at the end of this match. England back on the winning trail, and India will be thinking about what to do, the strategy and the policy. And maybe Rahul got it wrong today by putting England into bat. Short. So India 8 down and 1 over to go at the end of this. Jimmy Anderson over. Jimmy Anderson picks up his fourth. He bowls it straight and he bowls it at pace. And this has been an impressive spell of bowling from Anderson.
Yes, gives him a chance to take 5 wickets. He's never done that in the one-day game. He's taken 4 wickets on a few occasions. And it'll be a nice way to end it. Perfect Yorker. Too good for Zahir. 4th wicket for Anderson. India now 9 down for 183.
Rudra Pratap Singh, age 21, left-arm medium pacer, right-handed batsman.
RP Singh, the last man in, with the best score of 9 not out in his one-day international career. So James Anderson looking for his first 5-wicket haul in one-day international cricket, and he could well get it here. That's a very good hostile spell of bowling. A couple of spells from James Anderson. 4 for 23. And Dinesh Karthik is doing his best to give Monty Panesar a wicket. 4 balls to go. Not even accepting the run, so that means that RP Singh can stay at the non-striker's end, declining the single. It's 43 not out, Dinesh Karthik, and 3 balls left for Monty Panesar to claim his first wicket of the match, his only wicket. Oh, they'll go now. So Dinesh Karthik will finish 44 not out in 45 deliveries. And RP Singh will have to face 1 ball. Can you believe it? RP Singh gives Monty Panesar his only wicket of the match. India are bowled out the last ball of the innings for 184. And England win the first of 7 NatWest one-day internationals by 104 runs here at Southampton. Well, that's a thoroughly comprehensive performance by Paul Collingwood's England team. And India have got some thinking to do ahead of the second match in Bristol on Friday.
A lot of thinking to do, but Jamie Anderson can be proud of his effort. 4 for 23. Paul Collingwood will be happy with the start. It's always good to try and get off to a good start. And really, if England can pull off another game in the first three, then India will have some work to do. Good all-round performance by England today. That's after Dravid won the toss, decided to field first. This is how the match ended. Monty Panesar getting the final man, RP Singh. But all-round England were good today. They batted sensibly, put up a big score on the board, and then fielded and bowled extremely well to back up that score. And for me, the biggest plus, apart from that Anderson performance, Bell and Cook got hundreds, but this man, just to see him back on the park, fit and hungry.
Good hostile fast bowling from James Anderson. Rahul Dravid might well rue that decision to put England into bat. And England with maiden one-day international centuries from Alistair Cook and from Ian Bell.
Well, if you wanted to hear the story or see the story of a one-sided cricket match, this is it. 288 for 2 maiden hundreds, Bell and Cook, and Peterson getting into a bit of form there as well. And then apart from Dravid and Karthik, and really those didn't contribute much to the cause, England won by 104 runs. Well, the story about it all, of course, is that England have always looked good on paper, and today they translated that very good team on paper into a fantastic performance and running away with the first of the 7 one-days in this NatWest series.